against the red-hot Panthers, who could take control of that division, and that is very much for the 2 seed. And then the Monday nighter, because if the Cowboys can win in Chicago, and I think they can, if they can, you have a very good chance. If I look way ahead, I can look at a Carolina or San Francisco, one of them at Dallas in a first weekend game, and that would be a tremendous first weekend game. Either one of those teams, which is going to be, those 2 teams are going to be the, let's say the Saints would be the other one, but let's put the Saints in the division for a second. Just leave them there.
Right.
Carolina or San Francisco at Dallas would be a tremendous game the first weekend of the playoffs.
That depends on what side of the fence you're on. I mean, I think if you're a Cowboys fan, I don't think that you'd be too excited about that. I don't know, looking at Dallas, who would be in the tournament that you'd say, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm okay playing this team.
There's no soft ones for them. They're going to get a hard one, and they're the marquee team. So put them in. Forget the North winner. And I'm not even sure Rodgers is coming back now. They might be done for the year. So it's going to be probably the Lions. And that's going to be fun, too. But how about Dallas against, let's say it's San Francisco-Dallas. What a tremendous first-round game, huh?
Yeah. Well, there's great playoff history, between those 2 franchises. So from that standpoint, it's good. I do think that as it relates to Dallas, the whole year, guys within the organization, players were saying that this team just felt different. I remember talking to head coach Jason Garrett when they were 4-4, and he said, I just really like this team. And you're saying, really? I mean, you've given up over 600 yards of defense. You're not moving the ball offensively. I mean, but yet all year long, everyone has been saying how much they like this team. And the last couple of weeks, we've seen a little bit more of it. It certainly has a better feel to it than it's had in previous years. They got down on Thanksgiving night, but they were able to come back and win. Now they're at 7-5.
Yep. And they win in this game. They're in the driver's seat.
They could go 10-6 easily. They go 11-5 easily.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, they will harken back to the drive against the Giants when the game was tied, because that was when they had to show up, and they did. They made every play on that drive they had to make. They never gave the Giants the ball back, and they will go back if they have a successful year and go into playoffs and maybe do something. Who knows? We'll see. But the point is, they will harken back to that drive, because that drive finished the Giants, and the Giants, if they had won that game, man, they'd be crazy now, but they didn't, and that drive is going to turn out to be a pivotal moment in this season.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that, and like you said, I mean, the conditions in Chicago are going to be tough on Monday night, so they've got to. If they're able to win that game and they come back next week, they host Green Bay, and as we know, Green Bay's a different team without Aaron Rodgers, and what's his status.
Well, if they shut him down this week and lose, I think they'll probably shut him down the rest of the way. What's the difference? I mean, why bring him back at that point? I mean, this thing is all falling apart completely now. And they're showing other holes now too. Take your draft pick. It's amazing how the season will have collapsed. They were 5-2, getting ready to go 8-2.
Yeah.
I mean, if Rodgers had played, I think they would have been 8-2. I mean,
I think they would have. They beat Chicago, I believe.
Then they had Philly and Minnesota. I mean, I think they could.
But to answer your question, Mike, I would say that if I'm in Aaron Rodgers' shoe, whether it's you or anyone says, "Hey, what's the point?" The point is, this guy makes $20 million a year to play football, and if he's healthy, and if the